we alive. We are good. Your son lasts 12. I don't even know Spanish or English or I don't know what, but you know what's up, guys? What's up? As we'll get people to come through. We got your boy, Heavy, in the building.
What's good, chat? What's good, chat?
Yeah, man, JJ. You know the thing is, Heavy. I actually haven't asked for your opinions or know what your takes are.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this.
Yeah, I just realized there's a lot of like actual dialogue to be had. Wow. Hello, Heavy Savers. We got Adam. You know, fan of Heavy. I see it.
Good. What's good?
Oh man, I need to the Hakari stuff, the Sukuna stuff. These are your boys.
The Hakari stuff. Oh my god.
Oh my yeah. And there's also the the Nobara stuff and the JJK ending, the merger. God damn, like where to even begin? Where to even begin? Alright, well, you know, okay, how about this? We'll start from the beginning, man. Let's start with Sukuna. This is like your king, your goat. I remember you're on Team Sukuna. What are your thoughts on the defeat of Sukuna? Like how he went out and all that stuff.
I think like his conclusion itself, it was pretty good. I think it was fine, right? Because a lot of people, they were scared there was gonna be like a character assassination, where like, you know, Sukuna's whole character was just gonna get like destroyed. But I think it was fine. The only thing I kind of have a problem with is I wish the chapters in between Sukuna losing and Sukuna's conclusion, I wish there was just something in there. You know what I mean? It's like, if we look at Gojo, because people say it had to be a flashback. It doesn't have to be a flashback. It just has to be something. Because for Gojo, for example, Gojo didn't have a flashback. He just had a little, like, a conclusion. Sukuna's conclusion was like 1 or 2 panels of him talking to Megumi. So, like, I just wish there was something more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and also, Privyet Max, I see this chapter's kind of sick. The way I feel like, to touch on the chapter's kind of sick, and also what Heavy said is, yeah, I thought the chapter was great. I thought in isolation, everything that happened is great, but of course, the grander issues come with all the things we didn't get. One of those things being, like you just said, it's just such a strange end to Sukuna, you know? Like, there was no, I guess the Yuji talk was kind of a conclusion. And I liked it. I really did like it. It just feels like so much is lacking. And I feel like that comes from...
it doesn't feel like a proper conclusion, you know?
Yeah, it feels like it's due to a lack of a flashback. And here's the thing. People say villains don't need a flashback. That's true. What I have an issue is when a flashback's been alluded to or foreshadowed. Or for some villains, I think it's needed. For example, Meruem doesn't need it because Meruem's whole character is the fact that he is just born. He's experiencing life and learning things for the first time. That's why Meruem doesn't need a flashback. What we're witnessing is his whole life. Aizen doesn't need one. We kind of go on with Aizen. Aizen's flashback was the 100-year, like swing the pendulum, like the 100 when we flash back 100 years. That is pretty much Aizen's entire flashback right there. And people say these characters don't have Madara. We have an entire like arc dedicated to his past, like in depth of his childhood. And I just find it weird when people say we don't need a flashback. It's just not true. At least to some level, we need something. I'm not saying we need a true Sukuna flashback. At the very least, like a Heian Era or something. Just more depth to this guy, I think. And
yeah, I agree. It doesn't have to be like Sukuna from like 1-year-old to like the end of his life. It doesn't have to be like a full-blown flashback, but just something, right? Like it would have helped so much.
Yeah. And then the actual conclusion itself was great. I think what we're saying, I think maybe you agree with me, like the whole, do you like the Yuji part? What he's talking to Sukuna?
Yeah, the conclusion, yeah, you said it pretty well. Like in isolation, it was pretty good, right? It like connected like a lot of the themes. It's just that the lead up to it, it could have been better, right? Especially with the stuff with the flashback and like a proper conclusion and stuff.
Mate, it just seems strange. Like suddenly he's talking to Megumi for like 2 pages, out of the body. Yuji's like,
yeah,
I am
right.
you.
It happens so fast.
Like, bro, in half a chapter we got Sukuna talks to Megumi, Sukuna conclusion, Sukuna defeated, Sukuna and Yuji final dialogue, like which is great. Sukuna Death. We get Urume like the whole fight conclusion in like 2 pages.
The entire fight, yeah.
All this happens in 10 pages in half a chapter.
Then we get Megumi come back, and then bro, it's so much.
Like, goddamn, I don't know. And then like we know better. Megumi talking, the whole everything there, like. It's suddenly we're going back to Yuta. Like it seems like this guy is like, fuck this. Gege is saying, I really just need to end this as soon as possible.
He seems like he's really burnt out.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we could kind of notice it from like the okay, maybe this is just me. I feel like after Gojo against Sukuna, not that it went downhill, I feel Gege, he shouldn't have started the arc with Gojo against Sukuna because it set such a high bar, and I feel like not just us, but Gege himself, like JJK just wasn't as fun anymore.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of had that peak. It seems like it really was something he's always wanted. Like truly,
yes, like when he was riding that fight, you could tell he was excited.
Passion,
and afterwards, yes, oh my god, everything, bro. Like up to the conclusion, like the battle IQ, bro. He had that shit planned, but then after that, it wasn't bad, but it's just in comparison. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't hit the same.
It becomes like more so a standard. The whole Sukuna cycle genuinely is like just standard shonen. There was no crazy reveal.
It is pretty good, yeah.
Bro, no like crazy reveal, no plot twist. Like, okay, all the basic stuff. Yuji is shrine. There's nothing special to Sukuna's technique. No lore drop. Nothing. It was literally just like, it seemed like fights that were happening for the sake of fights happening. Compared to Gojo vs Sukuna, where it's like, bro, love went into that, dedication, passion, like the amount of depth that went. And you could tell it was planned. Like every panel was you could tell this guy was probably thinking about these pages like years ago. Like every page you see, the punch.
Can you imagine if we not ended with Gojo against Sukuna, but if it was like the second to last fight or like one of the final fights, bro, the hype would have been so crazy.
And you know, one thing, it seems like Gege just really doesn't. I feel like there isn't that much passion for Yuji. He treats him like I feel like he's treating him like the MC. He's giving him the moments because he has to. It really feels like, compared to Gojo. Even to some extent, I would even say Yuta. Like Yuta gets a lot of random love, which I like, and Yuji gets a lot of love, but it feels more like he's the MC. I kind of need to give it to him.
Yeah.
And
we didn't even get his domain.
His domain wasn't named.
His domain name. Like what happened? Yeah.
Why did Sukuna get burned after releasing Megumi? I think because there's just probably all the damage and there's just no host. Like trying to exist to a host.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on
Oh my god.
Oh man. Okay. Bro, game ending. Urame game ending themselves. What are your thoughts on this?
Cooked. Bro. I'm actually speechless. The thing is, it isn't as bad because as the weeks went on, you know, and like Hakari Nation, it's like we knew, but we didn't know. But like the expectations, we were like, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of knew it was coming to an end. Like he wasn't gonna do much, but even still, bro, like for that not to be an actual conclusion to the fight, because there were people kind of coping. They were like, because of Urome's neck, they're like, oh, Hakari almost killed them. But it's like, bro, no, that's just them offing themselves. Like you can see it,
bro. I mean,
I just wish we saw this fight, man. Oh my god.
To be honest, like I'm not upset with the conclusion. Which is still a bit strange, they just off themselves as well. I can't even lie.
It kind of am, because we don't. I feel like a Heian flashback would have helped as well. Because like, why do they value Sukuna so much? Like there has to be a reason for it.
I mean, we just like, is there a domain? What's more to their technique? How do the fight?
Oh
bro?
my, that as well. Oh my god, that as well. Yeah. Oh.
Like, how do they survive the flames? You know what I mean? Were they I guess they must have been outside the range, but
I guess they're out of their range, but. Yeah, we didn't get anything, like no sim for their main, like nothing at all.
Can you imagine, like, all the memes came true, like, oh, this person fought Sukuna before Hakari. I'm actually sad that it came true. Like, those are funny, because I thought it wouldn't come true. I was like, okay, we'll mock Hakari for now, like, he'll get his moment, we'll see the Urame fight. I was like, yeah, he'll get his moment. Bro, it's real. It's even worse, like, fuck it, we didn't even get the Urame fight. It was really on screen.
Bro, when they said there were like 3 chapters left, I remember on Twitter, bro, Hakari Nation was cooked. Oh my god, that was bro.
Yeah.
When they said there were 3 chapters left, like we saw the Sukuna fight like getting away from us, bro. Like it was gone. We knew it wasn't gonna happen.
I'm glad we at least got, like, it could have been a truly worst case scenario and we just never see them. Like the series ends, we just don't even see the conclusion. I see Eternal Flame as well. I see Drink More Water. It says, how y'all doing? Heavy weather? How is your Hakari stocks?
Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, like, they didn't drop. They kind of just, like, they just didn't go up. Like, I don't know.
The fact that they had to do the... I don't know how true that is.
Okay, hear me out. Do you guys think, and you as well, Kai, do you think Gege originally planned to have, like, Hakari play a bigger role? But because he just kind of rushed the end and kind of scrapped it? But do you think from the beginning he was like, I'm gonna build up Hakari and just have him like have an off-screen fight?
Well, we know for an
'Cause I
absolute
think
fact.
he changed his mind.
Yeah, we know that for a fact because you remember what Gege said. He said, "I've planned out all the most important plot points, like plot twists and things that need to happen, like the beginning, in the middle, and the end."
Yeah.
He said every single thing in JJK that's happening in between the extremely big plot points. I imagine Gojo dying, Sukuna dying, Sukuna taking Mega's body. Gege genuinely has gone all of it with the flow. Like even a week or two before he does something, sometimes he changes his mind on something. The whole invasion thing, originally he was gonna have like Maki sneak in and do this, no, he changes his mind on that. He's gonna have like this flashback of these things. It's why Gege sets so many plot points that go nowhere. Because this is the way I see Gege. Gege is like
he's like Toriyama.
No, Toriyama.
Didn't Toriyama do that as well? Like a lot of times, he just kind of went with it.
I thought you were talking about Togashi. No, yeah, Toriyama. Yeah.
Nah.
You're right. You're actually right with that. Yeah.
Similar, like Cell wasn't even gonna like sell the androids. Literally, like half of Dragon Ball Z are just editors. But then, the thing is, Gege's editors, they didn't help him as much, right? Because they gas him up. They always talk about how he's so smart. So I feel like he doesn't rely on his editors that much, which kind of causes him to like, not plan as much.
Mm-hmm. And the way I see Gege, because I agree with that, I see it being like Gege is being carried by his God-given gift as an author. Like he is so gifted as a writer that
his first manga, bro. That is insane.
Like, dude, this guy with a story is supposed to at least plan most of it out. This guy is going with the fucking flow. Like genuinely, he's being hyper carried by his like natural gift to write, but that can only go so far. Like natural talent can only go so far when you don't plan this stuff. And you can see like the insane amount of flaws, like after we can see JJK's ending, that spawned from this issue, like a million things set up. And I'm quoting Gege himself. He says, "This is why I set so many things up and like so many things are said and sometimes they don't happen. Because I'm writing the story as I go, beside the big plot points." And as of course, like that's just bad writing, objectively. Like this guy is it's crazy. Like he's a god. Yeah. He is like maybe a 1 in like 10 million talent, and he's being carried by that. But you can see the flaws because he's not like he can only go so far if you don't plan his stuff.
I mean, it's to do with experience as well, right? He probably didn't think JJK was gonna get this far in the first place. Like it's his first manga, so it makes sense, right? I mean, I'm really excited to see what he writes next. It's like if this was his first one, like it's gonna be insane. I
know, but even the fact that like let's say with the whole Maki stuff and the invasion, it seems like even when he was 200 chapters in, he still wasn't planning anything. Like he's just changing his mind on the fly. The Yodozu stuff, like dropping the commandments, dropping all this like law stuff, and especially in chapters like 220s, where he repeatedly, again and again and again, kept alluding to and foreshadowing and even saying that major plot line, incredibly big one that he was like if people say like we set these expectations ourselves, like we expect these were never set to be happen.
I hate when people do that.
The most gaslighting shit. Like,
yeah, bro, they did that with Hakari, bro. They did that with Hakari. Like, Hakari was never gonna have a role, bro. This guy's been gassed since like chapter like 9, dude.
Bro, it was showing him in every single flashback as being like as important as Yuta and Maki. In every flashback.
Bro, one of the flashbacks, he had like battle damage on him. He had like band-aids. Like, oh my god, bro.
One more time, people. Let's try. I don't know, guys. Like letting Gege cook. The reason we've always let Gege cook is because like he's always had many. We could say, oh, he'll fix this in the future.
It's that time. Yeah.
It's over, bro. It's over. And listen, Hakari and Urume is one thing. This is bad for another reason, I think, because it's a shonen battle manga, skipping the fight. It's not bad, it's just you're making the story not nearly as good as it could have been. But then, for example, when it comes into other things, such I think the worst case of all of it, goddamn, is the Tengen and Kenjaku plotline. That was set up, bro, in so much depth. Like this guy laid it out. He didn't just like put the carpet down on the floor. He installed, like he actively super glued the carpet and like permanently installed it into the floor of the house, into the floor of JJK, the foundation. He got it ready, bro. He again and again, he's, oh, goodbye, my friend. And then this, that, and the other. And chill the spammers, I'll chill the spam in the chat. But and then guess what happens? Bro, nothing. Kenjaku like dies out of nowhere. Probably like one of the worst deaths ever. Doesn't even get to see the merger. He's like, okay, I died. It is what it is. Like, nothing about Tengen, nothing about Kenjaku, no Heian Era flashback, nothing about the Nara period. Bro, you set all this stuff up. Why? All right, chill. I gotta put you on timeout for like 5 minutes as well. My bad. You gotta chill this man. What about the whole military plot line? Again, bro, Gege doesn't even know what the fuck he was doing. He was like, oh, I was gonna have Maki sneak in there, but I changed my mind. And it's like,
you wanted to throw in some politics.
Oh my god. Yeah, like this guy. Clearly, he had like ideas.
You can tell. You can tell. Yeah, because you can tell. I was talking to Eternal Flame and Alons about this. You can tell that the Yuta fight, like the whole reason the Yuta and Sukuna fight happened in Gojo's body, was because Gege wanted to throw in the theme about like Yuta becoming a monster and that stuff. But like it just feels such like a last second kind of, you know, wedged in plot thing. And that's one of the ones you managed to get in. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of the ones you actually managed to get in. But the stuff, yeah, like the Kashmir stuff you're sharing, oh my god, bro.
To be fair, I'm not even mad about the Kashmir stuff. Like that truly
Yo,
it is what this.
I remember when that happened. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah. We don't talk about that. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, that was. I thought, bro, they were jumping you on Twitter as well. I remember.
Oh, I had to make the handwritten apology, which I promised, bro. I didn't even repost it on Reddit. People were like, respect, but it's embarrassing. I was like, oh shit, man. The Fallen One, bro. Oh. The fact that JJK ended and this is the Heian Era flashback.
This panel.
Bro, who the fuck are these? Like, okay, we can Google it. I've made like threads on this, on who this is in like real history. Is this it? Is this all we know about Sukuna's legend?
This is his flashback.
Could we have not at least gone just a double page spread showing, like when it shows, it could be the same dialogue box, same text box, just a double page spread of like showing Sukuna fighting them all. Could we have not gone that? Really? Bro, this is what I mean as in Gege is carried. Like this is a basic, very basic writing. One of the things you learn about writing. It's something you never do. It's the biggest no-no. You do not tell in writing. You show. What's the point of telling something? You show in a story. It's the same way I think Yuji's reveal. It's so, from a writing point of view, it is horrible. It is horrible. This is what I mean. Gege is genuinely carried by his like natural talent as just a fantastic author. Like it carries him so far, right? To the point where these things become acceptable and it's okay. I'll show you here. It's just objectively, it could have been. This is objective. Like fuck subjectivity. I am being objective here. It could have been 1,000 times better. And this is like a basic level of writing. Like a writing concept that he's just not he's not doing. I'll show you now. Wait. Shout out Miguel as well. I think it's chapter 257 when you awaken Shrine. This right here. Okay, this will always like just, oh my god, irritate me so much.
Which one?
This, if you can see the whole Yuji reveal. Can you guys see in the chat? You know how Oda does the first page? Yeah. Shout out Oda, man. Bro, okay, we get Yuji's reveal. The reason people like this so much and find it so cool is because Gege is a great author. He's made a great world. He's made a great set of characters with his natural gift that's made it like acceptable. Like we're so happy to find out because we love the world that he's made. This is bad though. Like we are happy with this. We're happy with the bare minimum because we don't know what we could have gone. Rather than getting like a page and a quarter explaining all this stuff, we could have had 2-3 chapters showing all this. Genuinely. We could have had like 2-3, maybe even 4-5 chapters showing this happen in real time rather than happen. Bro, Sukuna is genuinely just saying it. Like it's a summary. Oh yeah, this happened, this happened, this happened. Kenjaku like found the reincarnation, slept with the guy, made the body, same soul. It's probably why Yuji has my potential. Boom. Okay. Like, bro, imagine for the Odin flashback in One Piece, instead of getting 15 chapters, we just got like 2-3 pages of what's his name? Like let's say 3 or 4 pages of Kinemon just like saying it all. Like, oh, Odin did this, he collected the scabbards, he did that, then he left with Whitebit, he did this. Like, yeah, it would have been cool to know, like the information would have been cool, but it's a million times better when we genuinely got to see the story of Odin play out. Like now we feel for it, we see it, it's so good writing. And then Oda, I feel like, Gege is just like this basic writing concept, which he, again and again, he just fails at. It's so basic, and he just doesn't do it. I just don't know why.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. And it's like, bro, also Gege's like time management, not time, his like the way he allocates screen time, it's so weird because he rushes over like such important stuff and then he gives like Takuba a 5-page fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like the way he allocates like chapters is extremely weird.
Bro, like 5 chapters for Takuba, fuck it. That's amazing.
No,
God bless.
it's
That's
fine.
awesome.
No,
But
it's
that-
good. It's good. But on
But
the
when you
grand
look at
scheme of things,
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
exactly.
When you look at hindsight,
dude,
bro, when you
We got
realize
1 page for Yuji's awakening. What the hell?
we got like skip the Hakari stuff, skip the Kenjaku. I would have had like 5 chapters for the merger, 5 chapters for Sukuna flashback, 5 chapters
Exactly,
for
yeah.
more for Kenjaku's flashback, maybe 5 more chapters for Yuji's versus. I would have like it's not that the Kenjaku and Takuba stuff are bad; those are that was fantastic. It's the fact that those when you look in it's exactly like you're saying. When you look in hindsight, because that chapter happened in like 240s, right? When you realize at that time JJK only has 30 chapters left, and he dedicates. He dedicates five out of those 30 chapters to the Goofy Takuba fight. Oh my.
It's just a weird writing decision.
Like, did Gege even know that he was gonna end it at 271?
That's what I'm saying. Wait, what? Like, I feel like something must. I think it was. I think someone mentioned it earlier. It might have been the 1-month break.
Yeah.
Kind of like he just threw off his rhythm because you could already tell he was kind of losing his passion like before that. But then once that happens, then he was getting sick as well, and it's just like maybe that's what kind of
Yeah, it just seemed weird because like
Messed it up.
the 1 month, like Yuta took his body, and it seemed like that was gonna be a big thing. But then like, bro,
he was gonna come back.
the Yuta thing was rushed in like 1 chapter, and then it was like rushed to the end, like 10 chapters left. I never thought about that. Yeah, it seems like something happened in that 1 month that changed because everything before then it seemed like JJK was going to go on for a long time, and especially with the Yuta taking Gojo's body, we were like, yeah, we got a couple months left now. But then it was just rushed city after that. Yeah, I wonder, like, maybe something happened in his personal life. Maybe.
Yeah, because he just like, because even before then, like the it didn't feel rushed. It didn't. If the pacing definitely felt fast, especially with Yuji's like technique awakening, but it didn't really feel rushed. But then after that, the Yuta Sukuna fight felt extremely rushed, and then yeah, that's okay. I will say this though, the Todo stuff. I'm glad Gege like went back to Yuji and Todo because I remember when Gojo first came back, everyone thought like the Todo shit was done. Like I remember people being so mad. They're like, oh, Todo was about to get his moment, and now he just got ruined. So I'm glad Gege went back to it.
Yeah, I know that
Other
as well.
than that, yeah. Okay, I don't have a problem with it, but bro, the convenience of her waking up, right, bro? The convenience.
Okay, I will say that's the biggest thing that like really fucks with me. This Gege has he's already made the perfect, godlike, masterclass writing explanation as to why nobody didn't show up yet. Oh, simply because of resonance, we didn't tell Yuji because we didn't want the same reason why we didn't tell him about Todo. It could have been the exact same reason. Gege, you've set up in the story, you've made it. Why? Why do you go with, oh yeah, she woke up 30 minutes ago? Why?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, man.
Brother,
He literally had it right there.
he set up. He set up already.
Set up.
Like, this is genuine. It's like having an open layup and nobody's even guarding you. You don't even have to like make the layup when you run, bro. Just gently toss it in. Instead, he's right there for the layup and he goes for a 3-point. He like runs to the 3-point line. Brother, what? He's like trying to dunk when he's like 5'7". What are you trying, man? With no hoops. Brother. It's there. Like
He does that. Like, yeah, that's like you were talking about like earlier. It's like his talent like conflicting with his experience. You know what I'm saying?
for a drink
It's
of
like, he
water,
sets
sorry.
these things up.
He said like she woke up less than 30 minutes, didn't even brush her teeth or anything. Bro. She actually just didn't shower, didn't eat. She just woke up and just
Go straight into it.
yeah. Yeah, no, you were saying he sets these things up?
Yeah, like, he just sets these things up like his ground because you can tell like the stuff he plans for, right? Like, bro, like cursed energy, like the core aspect of like the story, you can tell he puts so much thought into it. But then everything else, like, as you said, he kind of just goes with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's such a big discrepancy. Cause like most mangaka, they do this, right? Where like they don't plan the whole thing, and you can tell with Naruto, you can tell with Bleach, especially Bleach. You can tell how like the creators, they have everything planned out, but with Gege, it's so much more apparent.
In all fairness, though, Bleach does have a reason, like, because they genuinely forced this man to continue after the Aizen arc, the whole Aizen arc. And
yeah, that is true.
Not only that, but this guy was like incredibly sick the entire time during the Quincy invasion. And not only, beside that fact, like he was dying as he kept making it, they forced him to end it short. Because the sales was so bad for so long. That's why he came out like 2 or 3 years later to say this. He's like, I'm sorry, so many things were rushed, the ending was so bad, like all these things are disappointing. He said it was forced, they forced me to end it because of this thing, and I was dying as like so many things were into it. Like Bleach, at least, like that guy has a proper reason, at least for that. And by the way, be sure to leave a like on the stream as well. It does help out. Thank you very much if you do.
Yep.
Now I gotta ask. All right, the Nobara stuff. Right? I mean, other than that, the thing is, I know a lot of people upset with her coming back, saying she was confirmed dead. This, that. By the way, one person left to like. Shout you, whoever you are. Thank you. I saw the like the Nobara stuff. I mean, listen, you saw I made that video. I don't know if you saw, like, a couple hours before the leaks came out, saying, yeah, Nobara's gonna come back.
Yeah, I saw that.
All I'm saying is, it didn't come out of nowhere. I truly do believe this was something that was set up from the beginning. You're welcome. Appreciate shy ass. But yeah, it's just the 30-minute thing is the thing that gets me. But overall, it's just a shame that like you can see how Nobara's presence is so great back in the story, right? And it's just JJK's ending, you know. And this is something I want to ask you before I get into the whole Yuta stuff. Do you think there will be a JJK Part 2?
Okay. If it does, I don't think so. I'd say I don't think there's gonna be a Part 2. If it does happen though, it will definitely. I don't think it will be soon. I think Gege might leave it open. But then, okay, if anything, I think he might go the Kubara. I think he might like do novels and stuff. I actually think that's more likely than just a Part 2. I think he might like. Oh, bro, a Hakari Fight Club novel.
That would be pretty sick.
That would be so tough. That would be so tough.
Bro, you want to know about like why Sukuna is secretly strong in his secret past? Yeah, it's all explained in the JJK Can't Fear Your Own Wealth novels. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's most likely to happen. Because JJK already has some novels, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It has like 2 or 3.
Yeah, there's a lot, like Dawn. I read like... I've read actually one of them.
Are they good?
Yeah, it's really good. It even gives like genuine lore stuff. It gives us more info.
Because one of them says the guy that was like as strong as Gojo, right?
Yeah, but I was the one who started spreading that. Yeah, because people were like, why are you saying that? I like actually sourced the info from the novel. Because basically what ends up happening is in the novel, Gojo's saying like, I'm the strongest in all of history. No one can take me on. And Ichiji's like genuinely just like yeah, you're the strongest. But then Gojo says, oh, but if it's like Michizane's Sugawara, that might be an issue, like even throughout history. And Ichiji's like, oh, that's true, like maybe he'd be tough for you. And it's the fact that Gojo said that. Even the Gojo
the other guy he said that about did beat him. So.
Yeah, I mean, no, even with, you know what I mean? And it just goes to show he's probably very strong. And Michizane's, again, one of the 3 vengeful spirits. That's tough. For Gojo to say that's tough, man. You know what I mean? JJK needs novels. Half the fandom only reads pictures. It's fine. The other half of the fandom I will make videos on it, and then people can watch those. Actually, Sukuna supporters in the world? I don't know, Nafe. I don't know about me being I mean, I like Sukuna. I've always liked him, but it might be a daggone victim. It is what it is. All right. Now let's get into... Because, okay, I think JJK Part 2 would be good, and I'll give my reasons why I think it would be good. I think it would be good because Gojo's dead. Now we're living in a world without Gojo. Unless Gojo, God forbid, comes back. I hope that
I was about to say, bro, given the Yuta stuff, have you seen the cursed corpse stuff?
No.
Gojo and Yuta can live in the same... Bro.
No chance. Oh my, give Yuta his own body back. The amount of stuff. Please.
The amount of stuff I've seen about Gojo coming back. If he comes back, like, bro, what is Gege doing? Okay, he's not gonna come back. He's not gonna mess it up, bro. Gojo's conclusion, especially in JJK, where like in this arc, like most of the conclusions and stuff I felt rushed. Gojo's one was literally perfect. If he goes back on that, I would be so upset.
I mean, it's just more so the fact that I just think if we're really gonna get into JJK Part 2, it would be so cool to see a world about Gojo, because all of JJK, even during the end, it's always been about Gojo from the beginning, since chapter 1. Yeah, we'll leave it to Gojo. Shibuya, we'll leave it to Gojo. At the end of Goodwill, Gojo's got it. The whole culling game, we're trying to rescue Gojo. Who fights Sukuna first? It's Gojo. Even though everyone got stronger, we leave it to Gojo. Imagine just a world where Gojo's dream is now being lived out, where the heavy hitters are now the leaders. It's up to them. They're the new generation, the leaders. I genuinely think it would be interesting to see a world play out like that, and even more so, if maybe the reason, and this is cope beyond cope of cope. Maybe the reason we didn't get like the whole world stuff, and it's not shown the world and how they reacted, is maybe the world will like get cursed energy and all that stuff, and we're gonna start seeing special grades appear in like other countries, like American special grade, Middle Eastern special grade, like other Asian special grades, like whatever, like special grades, right? Like Indian special grade or like British special grade, like whatever, man, like whatever countries, right?
British special grade.
Yeah, British, right? The Shank special grade, sorcerer. Oh fuck, the real shiesty, bro. Put Eno in the UK special grade, man. His cursed energy is gonna skyrocket. Fucking hell.
Oh,
you're gonna see the real shiesty sorcerers, man. But yeah, it's something like that, right? And then now, instead of it just being, oh, Gojo would solo everyone, now you're going to have special grades in other countries, and the main cast is going to have 1,000 issues, and there's going to be all this stuff that can happen. I feel like if it was a manhwa,
it'd be so fun.
It would 100% go down that route if it was a manhwa.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But, I mean, I guess if JJK doesn't go down that route, and by the way, just one thing as well with Yuta. Do you think Yuta will live?
Yeah, definitely. He has to. Like the fact Gege, bro, the fact Nobara and Megumi came back, like I don't see Gege with the same lens that I used to see him before, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. Bro, before this, like he was literally like, I'm not gonna say he was like a seinen writer, but he was definitely like the mangaka you'd go to when you're expecting someone to die, right? But another, bro, okay, let's take a Shinjuku Showdown. Who actually died?
Brother,
it was just Gojo, Choso, and Higuruma.
What do you mean just?
Out of the already established characters, it was 2 people.
What do you mean? Okay, Higuruma and Kashima were established halfway for JJK. Bro, the culling game was the halfway point of JJK.
It wasn't. The halfway point was around. Okay, when I say established, I mean from like the beginning of the story.
Okay, bro, but so many characters died from the beginning of the story.
Characters from this, yes, but I'm saying
not only that, bro, cooked.
I was expecting so many people to die. Like Kusakabe lived, Ino lived, Maki lived. It seems like all of the heavy hitters are gonna live. But bro, half of the people that died came back. Like okay, not half of them, but Nobara.
Okay, bro, nobody never died. All I'm saying is nobody doesn't count, bro. That's expectations you guys put on yourselves. It was never said that she was dead. It was never shown that she was dead. There was no
I think the stuff about Nobara dying. It was low-key on Gege because he made just the fandom kind of lose interest.
Yeah.
Because so. If Nobara was out for so long, like we're not even gonna, even if we get like the final 2 or 3 chapters of Nobara, like it's just Nobara, that's still not enough interactions. The fact we got Nobara right at the end, we missed out on so much cool stuff that we could have gotten, like with her interaction with the characters. It kind of just feels like
that's why we get JJK Part 2.
If we get JJK Part 2, bro, that'd be gas. Like, bro, more Hakari greatness, that would be gas.
Yeah. More Hakari off-screen fights.
Bro, shit. Okay, how likely do you think it is? You get Part 2?
I'd give it like a 20-30% chance. What up, Kai? What's up, the hollow one? And so tell me if he's right, but Hopeful Zen says nobody gave too many shits about Kashima and who Higuruma is what he meant. Is that what you mean? I don't think so.
I'm saying more because Kashima and Higuruma, they were set up in the culling game. I'm saying more of like the OG cast, right? Like
I know, but like still, these are 2 very important characters, especially Higuruma. Like a lot of people thought Higuruma would live, this, that, and the other. Potentials off the charts.
I mean, with Kashima, I mean,
okay, wait. In all fairness, we
expected these guys to die though.
These are my 2 favorite characters. The fact that they did die, it's still a thing.
Okay, like, Kashima was literally set up. Kashima was set up to die. Let's be real.
I mean, that's not necessarily true.
Kashima's set up. He was set up to fight Sukuna, and we knew. Did you think Kashima was gonna? Okay, I knew the Kashima guy. Did you think he was gonna beat Sukuna?
No, but I thought he might survive. Like, Guy survived fighting.
He was set up to 1v1 Sukuna, and then Higuruma. I will agree, Higuruma, like his like that was good writing from Gege, like his conclusion. I just expected more people of the OG cast to die. I don't know. And then the fact that like Megumi came back completely fine, like Nobara is back completely fine, Yuji's completely fine. I mean, all the heavy hitters are completely fine.
Gege did say that by the end of the story, either one will live out of the 4 main or 3 will live. And,
yeah, he did say that. And I'm saying he wouldn't right?
Huh?
Which is why I kind of see him differently than before, right? Because there was 2 kind of conclusions, and he went with the one that's like not as like ruthless, or like it seems he's less open to killing characters than I thought he was. But with the Yuta, to think about the Yuta stuff, I kind of think he's definitely gonna bring it back.
One thing I want to say though is, at least compared to other authors, he's still like a maniac. All right, the amount of like
for sure.
Like seriously, I get it's not shonen, but like, bro, killed Sukuna, had Urume off himself. It's still death. It's still death. He could have gone like a Mickey ending and kept him alive or whatever. Bro had again, Kashimo died, Higuruma died brutally. It's the way they died, like Gojo, bro, we see the corpse. Choso died, yeah.
That was insane, yeah.
Also, Shao, drink more water. Again, always appreciate the support on the channel. Shao, drink more water. He says, appreciate it too. Shao America, I guess, with JJK ending, who are the special grades now? Okay, do you want to answer this, or you can go first if you want? I got a couple answers to this. I wonder if you agree with me.
So as of now, or like in the future, like
now,
a few months from now.
Now maybe. Okay. Maybe we could do both.
Okay, so right now it's probably, it's the heavy hitters than Yuji, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then in a few months, maybe Megumi will go up there. I don't know. It's kind of does he still have 10 shadows?
I wonder if it's gonna be. That was kind of
vague, right?
I mean, he used the okay, because what's his name? Sukuna said he lost functionality of his 10 shadows when Mahoraga died, but he specifically said his. Because we see he says that as Megumi uses his own 10 shadows. So he has the 10 shadows. Now it's a question of which Shikigami does he have? Does he still have many? Because
I was about to say, yeah.
He has the base, because the 10 shadows is more than just summoning Shikigami. We've seen Megumi go into other people's shadows. He can store things in his own shadow. Like the basic concept of controlling and manipulating shadows, he has. But like in terms of Shikigami, I think he's probably like 2-3, maybe Shikigami, or maybe none. It could even be none. We'll see what's going on with the whole Shikigami. The Divine Dogs? No, they were combined into the merged Beast Agito, which was killed. Which again, is that Sukuna Shikigami or his own? Like, does he have Mahoraga? Who knows, right? I think it could be a Yuta situation where Yuta lost Rika, and he needed to train for a couple months, and then he got Rika back, and he got a special. He went from like special grade to grade 4 to special grade. I don't think Megumi's gonna go to grade 4, but it could be so. Or maybe he's already special grade right now because he's got Sukuna's. By the way, for a fact, Megumi is drenched in Sukuna's cursed energy far more than Yuji was. This guy has got special grade output, reinforcement, movement, speed, strength. Like this guy is off the charts.
Does he?
Yes, that is a fact.
Yeah, he was in it the whole day. Yeah.
Bro, Yuji had his body taken over.
I'm not sure how much that translates though.
It translates a lot with Yuji though.
It translates a lot, but how much? Because like let's say for like RCT for example, like Yuji, like he experienced it in Sukuna's body, obviously less than Megumi, but he still has to train for like the whole month while like abusing switch training, and he still had like blood manipulation on top of it, and then even then his RCT was still kind of like lacking. Like he's the one character we've seen where like he misses spots with his RCT. So I mean, I do agree it did amp him, but like how much? I don't know if he'd already be like around special grade.
To be honest, I think even a couple of days of training would do it, because you have to remember there is a huge difference between Yuji and Megumi. With Yuji, if you want to take the total time that Sukuna took over, it's probably like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. 30, maybe 30 minutes, the total time in total.
It definitely wasn't that long, yeah.
Like, I mean, all the times he's taken over Yuji's body. The detention center, the first time with Gojo was like a minute, and then Shibuya, and then again for like less than a minute when at the end with Megumi. And so you're telling me, like, not even like half an hour he's been in Yuji's body, and Yuji's body's like got special grade this, all this stuff ingrained into him. It's why Yuji's growing so quick, right? Bro, Megumi had his body in control forget like, and Yuji's like 15 fingers was only one time, and it was like for the short period of time. Megumi had 20 fingers worth of Sukuna soul and Quest energy, and it wasn't the fact that like compare like half, like let's say half an hour of time of being controlled, and Yuji got that strong. Compare that to 1.5 months of more fingers of his soul being Sukuna's soul being more in control. His body had the incarnation happen on it. Yuji never had the incarnation. He never had his soul soaked in.
I don't think he got that much stronger. From
we're comparing like 0.1% of Yuji with like 120% of Megumi right now.
I agree from like a math sense, like a calc sense. Megumi should be special rated. I just don't think like Gege is thinking that way. You know what I mean?
No,
if we do the math, like if we do the math like Yuji with 30, like we compare the days to like time ratio. If you compare the ratio from Megumi to Yuji, then Megumi would be like way above special grade already.
Right.
But I don't think that's like Gege's thinking of it like that. He probably did get an M, but I don't think it's that big though.
I think it's huge. It depends on if he's. It truly depends on if he's got his technique. Like, because even if his like reinforcement output, all that stuff's stronger, that's great. But if he doesn't have his technique, you know what I mean? If he doesn't have his shadows, then
it kind of sucks.
It's like imagine Sukuna, bro. Sukuna was getting bodied by Yuji when he didn't have his shrine. He was forced to actually get his technique back, even though it's like Sukuna, the strongest of all time. Technique is important. I think he'd still be special in terms of all these aspects, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just think, bro, if you give this guy 10 shadows, he's a god. Bro, Sukuna spamming open domains repeatedly in his body, like again and again and again and again, like shifting the barrier. He spammed domain like 8 or 9 times, like 7, 8, 9 times or something in Megumi's body. While it was incarnated. All I'm saying, man, if Megumi can still use domain and all that stuff, exactly.
Yeah, low-key, bro, what happened with Megumi and Infinite Void? Because I thought he was gonna be like, he's gonna have brain damage or something.
Nah.
He kind of just like took it.
Nah,
5 Unlimited Voids?
Yeah, he's him. He's a sorcerer, man. He's like
did Gege just forget? Did Gege just forget? Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like long-lasting brain damage. We'll see. I don't know. He seems fine. I never thought he would have that sort of damage though.
Even like during the fight, like it must have been only like a few minutes after him taking literally like multiple Unlimited Voids, and then he was fine, like talking to Sukuna. I think Gege just forgot. I'm not gonna lie. I
don't think it was ever that I don't think it was ever that deep, because he's a sorcerer. He's not like a normal human. He could probably tank in like it'll last a couple minutes. You know what I mean?
I doubt Unlimited Voids. I doubt it. Like taking it from like 5. How long was it? How long did it take Unlimited Void for? It was like less than 10 seconds, right?
Yeah, it was something crazy.
Taking Unlimited Void for like 10 seconds, it was the equivalent of Gojo blowing up his brain 2 times. Because Gojo had like messed up his brain twice, like 2 more times.
Reverse curse techniques got it, man.
No,
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you are like, okay. Maybe you are right. We should see like the long-lasting damages of it. But
that's good there, because bro, if Sukuna in Megumi's body, if Sukuna taking like 10 seconds messed up his brain that bad, then Megumi was there for like 15 minutes, and then he's fine off. I don't know. It's weird.
But it seems like, okay, maybe this is cope for me. Tell me if I'm wrong. But maybe it's because it was his soul that took it. His soul took the Unlimited Void, not his actual physical brain. Because it was Sukuna's brain was out there.
It's because when it said Megumi's soul and it panned to Megumi, it seemed like he took some stuff, because he was like laid out on the floor. The way it seemed is like it kind of, the way Gege drew it, I thought he was trying to show that Megumi was taking the Unlimited Voids, but maybe he didn't take anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that as well, but it does seem like, because I think maybe he did take it. It may have just been more so the soul than anything, possibly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe that was, it's still a bit strange, like we don't see the maybe his soul has Unlimited Void damage. I would like to see maybe if that's talked about later on, but yeah, he seems fine, honestly.
Even like with Sukuna, where it's like it's only been like 10 minutes from the Gojo fight, he's just chilling.
Yeah, I mean, he had it even all the way until the very end of Yuji. He was like, because of the brain damage from Gojo's Unlimited Void, like it was still there. You know what I mean?
And that was like 10 seconds.
But by the way, it's really cool how at the end he does say Itadori Yuji's full name. The respect.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome, man. That is absolutely awesome. But oh man. Okay, now I gotta ask. Here's an interesting question that I'm seeing being talked about quite a lot. Who is the person who says Yuta JJK? Wait, before I ask that,
I think.
Sorry, it's just Jay in the chat. Said,
oh,
you go. I'll answer after you say it.
Okay. I think it's like, oh yeah, Alan said it. I think it's either Hakari or Todo.
Or Panda? Why do you say Panda?
Yeah, I don't know about Panda. It's either Hakari or Todo. Because it seems, the other ones, like, it doesn't. Yeah, how to explain this? If someone was to say it, I think it'd be on the panel. Wait, hold up. Wait, am I tweaking? Is it not pointing to Nobara?
No, Nobara's got like the little sweat as well. So she's like, oh god. She's like awkward because of the thing.
You think? I don't know.
And by the way, Jay, just to answer your question, I think they do have the potential to reach that eventually. No. You can see, like, I'll show you. It seems like either it's coming from the hall. Oh, good to see you, Al. It's Gojo. Okay, okay. You can see it's either coming from the room or the hall, and Nobara reacts awkwardly to the shouting. You can see she sweats as well.
That's true. I think it's either Hakari or
It's just because both of them call Yuta Okotsu. No, they call him Okotsu. Sorry, is what I should say.
They probably might.
Yeah. I saw people saying Uro. I don't know, because I don't think Uro would say his first name. And I was kind of against the idea of it being Rika. I remember in previous streams, if you guys remember. But I'm sort of starting to lean more into that. Because I always said, why would Rika say JJK? Like, she would never insult Yuta. She would never do that. But maybe, like, because I was thinking about it, because you guys told me, like, last week's stream, last Wednesday. I was like, maybe it is true. Maybe it could be Rika, because she's so upset over Rika, like, losing his body or being in this condition. She's saying, like, JJK. Not, like, actually saying JJK, but,
yeah,
more so
wait, look at Megumi's response.
From them.
Maybe he is referring to Rika, yeah. Like, he's, like, making a joke, like, saying from them.
I wonder, yeah. I wonder though. That it could be.
Because they're like, oh, let's save Yuta. We have to save him, and then someone shouts it, and Megumi's, oh, we have to save him from them. Like, kind of making like a little joke out of it.
And it says them. What if it's like just a bunch of new characters? That would be a pretty interesting idea. If it's just a bunch of Yuta's sister, maybe. I see people say Yuta's sister. I don't know why. Maybe. Who knows? Leaks tonight. Yeah.
Who is it? Yeah, wait, who is it? Because Megumi's referring to it.
Okay, I wasn't supposed to say this. I was supposed to wait until next week, but I actually do know who it is. Gege told me in a DM. He told me that. I'm sorry for spoilers, by the way. I want to say a heartfelt sorry to everyone in the chat because I'm about to spoil the next chapter for everyone here. But it's actually Kashimo.
Oh,
Kashimo survived the God of Lightning. His technique, the phenomena. Yeah,
we never saw him actually dying.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's saying, like, Yuta, I want that rematch. All I'm saying is Kashimo truly is the strongest. He came back with a power-up. The next Honored One. Okay.
Bro, what did it to Kashimo? I still have him top 3, by the way. I still have him top 3.
Yeah, what? I remember we talked about, bro, no domain?
To this day. Yes,
no
bro, he's too quick. Okay,
bro, Yuta would dog walk him. Stop.
Dude, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? No, dude, it's because, okay, it depends on 2 things, okay? Do you think Kashimo, like, sent landing a lightning bolt to Yuta? Do you think that would cause him to collapse his domain?
Oh, shit. Yorozu victim?
It's also...
He's a Yorozu victim.
Then it's also, like, so by the time, because Kashimo should obviously be faster, right? By the time Yuta opens his domain, how many times has Kashimo hit him? Because if Kashimo has already landed like 2 or 3 hits,
I don't know about that, man. Yuta's really strong. Yuta's base is stronger. I don't know if he's not blitzing. No. Not blitzing him. Okay, but because we know like base Kashimo should be around as fast as Yuta. Stop, bro! Stop. What are you? Because I love Kashimo so much.
I thought everyone agreed with this.
No, listen. Okay, I think Kashimo is strong. I just think Yuta and Rika are just stronger than I initially thought. Like seeing his
Yeah,
performance
they are,
against
but
Yuji-
it's because Kashima has he has a really solid win con, which is basically like the fact base Kashima kind of he in speed like only. Okay, let's just talk about speed. How fast he can react to stuff. Base Kashima should be able to react to Yuta because he's able to keep over Jackpot Hakari.
Bro,
Right?
the Braun just got you, man. We, you mean Nintendo Wii? Oh, I think he got me actually, because I was saying you're convincing me. Yeah. Listen, I don't know. I think because we're now comparing pre-time skip scaling with the Jackpot Akari. I think
Yeah, but
Yuta,
the thing with speed, it's okay. Low-key, they didn't get faster because so there's like two instances, right? So when Sukuna sends his slashes at the cast and he says, you guys are amateur reinforcement. Or he says something like that. He says you guys amateur like your body strength thing. And then after that he's like, okay, let's test your speed. Okay? So he tests their speed, and then afterwards he sees Yuji using RCT. And then after he sees Yuji using RCT, he's like, oh, your body strength thing isn't the only thing you improved, which implies they didn't improve speed. So
no,
then
body strengthening counts as speed. You're strengthening
yes,
body
it does, but in the context, when Sukuna tested durability, yeah, he's referring to body strengthening.
I remember talking to Six about this a while ago. Listen,
yeah.
I truly believe this. I don't know, man. I think their speed increased.
Because the problem is,
custom energy manipulation.
But the problem is, it would normally be, but the problem is when he says body strengthening, he's referring to their durability because he says it after the slashes, and then he separates the two. He says, let's test your speed now. So the fact he separates body strengthening from speed kind of makes it seem that two separate things. And then also, to further support it, inside the domain, Sukuna specifically says the only thing they improved was that they amped their reinforcement in terms of durability, so they became more tough. Yuji got RCT. You can pick up the chat. I think it's like, which one is it? I think it's 251.
Wait. We are about to.
Yeah, you can check this one.
Wait a minute.
They amped their reinforcement. They amped their RCT. And Yuta's barrier skill might have improved, or he had it the whole time because he talks about Yuta's barrier skill and he's like, oh, was he like this the whole time? It's the one before this, I think. So
listen, the absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. All right, my guy.
No. If Sukuna,
you know that's
it goes in line with the other one. If Sukuna's saying everything they improved and he makes it so he misses one out, and then beforehand, he also alludes to the fact they didn't amp speed. It does make it seem like they didn't amp speed. And it makes sense. What they were training for is to survive the slashes, right? They were what everyone was training for is to survive the slashes, not to get faster. And then I think it's in this panel.
Wait. I don't know.
He talks about the defenses.
I don't think.
So he talks about. Is it 250?
No, I'm here. I see it. Hollow Kabako, Simple Domain, Deflect, Unlimited Void. I am unsure because like Simple Domain would take you out of the domain. In theory, it should. Gosh, I'm gonna pull Raikage. Listen. I get it's not being said. You have a fair point. Like, I'm not saying it's not a fair point. I just don't think that automatically means you're right, is what I have to say.
I think it's because there's two instances, right? There's this one and there's the one before. The fact Sukuna tests their body strengthening and then he goes on to test their speed implies body strengthening doesn't necessarily mean you get faster.
Right, but it doesn't mean they haven't
when he says
gone
body
faster,
strengthening, yeah, exactly. But then afterwards he says this, so obviously we can't 100% prove it. I'm just saying Gege's intention seems to be that they amped. He's listening to everything they improved. It would be extremely weird for them to have like big speed amps, and then these two times where Sukuna's listening out what they improved, he just chooses not to say speed. Obviously, we can't like 100% prove it, but it seems like Gege's intention is to let us know this is what they improved in. And the fact he doesn't mention speed, I think it kind of makes it seem like they didn't have speed. And also, if you look at their training and what they were trying to do, their main goal was to amp the durability to survive the slashes and get RCT to survive the slashes. So in terms of training as well, it's kind of weird for them to amp speed because they didn't really like need to. Their aim wasn't to let's dodge the slashes. It was to let's be able to survive the slashes, if that makes sense. So from a story perspective and also from like what Gege seems to be alluding, it does seem like they didn't get like that much faster.
Okay. That's a fair point, to be honest. I don't necessarily agree if it's not been alluded to. I think it's something that's more so being shown that they've gone faster. But it depends on one thing. Because you make a lot of fair points that it wasn't outright said, and he even said let's test the speed, but he never brings it up later. Like, you're making a lot of fair points. I do agree that. But I think it all comes down to one thing. I think I really need to hear your opinion on this. Because I remember we talked about this a long time ago in the past, but I want to see where you stand on it now. Do you think output affects your speed?
This is so weird. I think speed, it's like the most ambiguous thing in JJK. I think like we have no idea what the correlation is, so I literally have no idea. But we know with people like Hakari, it seems like Hakari getting more cursed energy amps the speed. So there might be like some relation there, but we generally have like no idea what it is.
Because I have to ask, because we see Sukuna's output lowering. Are you trying to make the argument that because his output's lowering, that's why Yuta and Yuji are able to keep up with Sukuna so easily? Or...
Whoa. For them keeping up with Sukuna, he's just holding back. He's definitely holding back the entire time.
Oh,
Like he
dude,
blitzes Maki when he wants to.
Stop. Bro, the holding back shit is bullshit. That was bullshit.
Wait, it's true, because Urami literally says, like, his curse energy, he goes, like, increases and decreases based on the person who's fighting.
There was nothing.
And then we also see him blitzing Maki. We just see him blitzing Maki, like, straight up.
Yeah, okay.
Maki's keeping up with him.
No, I don't think that means, like, he's necessary. Because we've seen a lot of characters do that. We've seen a lot of characters. No, we've seen that.
Because
like,
you can compare it to Hakari and Kashimo. No, the Hakari and Kashimo, I've seen this panel like 1,000 times. There's two instances. There's the first one where Hakari kicks him, and there's the second one where Hakari's like, I'm gonna pick up the pace, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, no, I don't mean just that. I'm trying to say multiple examples for you. So Hakari versus Kashimo, or Yuji versus Haname, or Yuji versus Toto, or Megumi versus Toto.
But they completely. I don't think. No. It's from the
Toto
problem is
completely
because it happens. No, it happens. The problem is it happens from a distance. That's the problem.
Toto was right in front of him.
Close range.
He was right in front of him.
No. I'm talking. Yeah, exactly. For right in front of him. I'm saying with Sukuna and Maki, they're literally like meters apart. They're not like in front of each other. Sukuna is relatively far from Maki, and then and we see Maki's perception. She gets perception blitz. She literally does this in the middle because we see the pillars in relation to Sukuna's speed. She kicks the pillars. With the pillars should be around as fast as Maki because she's kicking them. It's like kicking a football. Sukuna is able to get out of her perception before the pillars like.
But I think it was more so Sukuna was entering the zone more than anything. I think he was becoming stronger than he normally is because he's starting to feel the heat of the battle.
And that's because it relates to cursed energy,
right? Yeah.
Because
we see her like.
That's why it links to Uraume.
That's why he started hitting that black flash. Right? Yeah, like.
That's how it links to Uraume's statement. So like. The more Sukuna's enjoying the fight, the harder he's gonna try, the more cursed energy he's gonna release.
I don't know about like trying harder. I think it's just being more into the fight. Know about how he's trying.
Yeah, exactly. But like I'm saying, he can't try hard. Yeah, but the problem is, if he can't try hard,
but you can't like downplay Yuta and Yuji for this. Like Yuji's clearly I think he's keeping up with Sukuna better than Yuji was. You know?
Yuta.
Yeah, during the 2v1.
Well, I agree. Yuta.
You can see right here, like when they dash side by side, it seems like they're running equal. He's just fast. He's a fast character. Is what I'm trying. I think the original players for Yuta versus Kashima, right? Oh my god.
I think Yuta. Yeah, I think Yuta, Maki, and Hakari all similar speeds. I'm talking about increasing speed. I don't think Yuta and Yuji keeping up with Sukuna means anything at all. Because when we know this Sukuna is like unquantified, like this Sukuna, Kusakabe was keeping up with him. We can't use this Sukuna to scale people because he's always going to be like unquantifiably weaker or holding back to some degree. So like to use him and say like since they're keeping up with him, they got faster.
I don't think he was holding back on purpose though. I think he was actually. I think he's going all out, but he's just not in the zone.
I disagree. I don't think
so.
No.
I maybe this is a matter of perspective then. But like you can see, for example, it says he's not taking the fight seriously. I think it's more so. I think this is probably more so what it is. Like he's trying,
when he's not
but he's not in the zone.
He just isn't.
But I think it's more so a difference of
when he's not interested.
Yeah.
When he's not interested. Yeah, when he's not interested, he's just weak because he's not into it.
Okay, but it's like he's physically
weak.
It's still Sukuna.
No, I agree. No, I completely agree. But we can't use them keeping up with this Sukuna to scale anything because we don't know how fast this nerfed Sukuna. Not only is he physically nerfed, but Uraume's statement makes it seem like he also isn't trying his hardest. So we can't just say that just because they're keeping up with this Sukuna that we have no idea how strong he is. We can't use this to quantify them getting faster because we don't know how they would have done against him pre-time skip. All we know is that like. Sukuna, all we know is that Yuta says had Sukuna been all out, full power, he just would have healed up and just like one-shot us.
Yeah, no, I think that means like domain and output though, because he has his output nerfed at the time. He just opens his domain or slashes have no output nerf, insta kill everyone instigates.
Do you not think he could blitz? But the thing is, we see him blitzing Maki. That's the problem.
But he said Yuta specifically clarifies output. Unless you think output and has a connection to speed. Because if you think it has a connection, then you're right.
Know.
If not, then what you said, it doesn't matter, because Yuta's referring to output in that statement, is the thing.
But the way I see, if Sukuna was like slow enough, because okay, wait, so you think like a full power Sukuna isn't faster than this?
No, I think his.
Because there's so not only is there nerves, is that he's deaf and then he's holding back. We see him fighting Kusakabe for an entire chapter, bro. Same with Higuruma.
Kusakabe is different from Yuta and Thingy. That's like, why are we
because we can't I agree there's a big like difference in gap. I mean there's a big strength difference. But we literally see Sukuna holding back.
Yeah, okay.
But
with
then we
Kusakabe,
can't just
I
say
think
against these other people who's holding back.
With Yuta, I don't think he was. I don't think he was holding back. I think it was more so look. So we can see here with the fight against Maki, like he's actively. I think he's trying his best. I think with Maki the whole time he's been trying his best, but he's getting pushed back quite a lot, and he's pushing Maki. It's like even. But then you can see the narrator says like something piqued his interest, like he was elated. This isn't like him suddenly saying I'm not holding back. I think it's just more so like. Have you seen Kuroko no Basket? I think this is the best example. Please tell me you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So, for example, like Aomine, or maybe Kagame. Kagame is a better example. Kagame, the main character, he's always trying his best when he plays basketball. He's always trying his best. But when something triggers him, like when something happens in the game that makes him enter the state of the zone, it's not like he wasn't trying his best before, but now he's bringing out like 120% of what he's got. Not because he wasn't trying.
I disagree because we see Sukuna holding back so many times.
I don't know though. Like, look, we can see the entire Maki fight.
Okay, wait. Do you think he wasn't holding back against like in the 1v1 against Kusakabe?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, for that he was.
Yeah. So and also the thing about the Maki statement. So this is the thing. A lot of people like misinterpret it. So Sukuna he fights usually for enjoyment. Okay, this is the thing. This is why Sukuna holds back. He fights for enjoyment, and this links to Uraomi's statement. Sukuna usually fights to like maximize his enjoyment. That's why he holds back against like Higuruma and Kusakabe, which he clearly holds back. I think he's also holding back against like Yuji and stuff, everyone else. Even if we disagree, we can agree he usually fights for enjoyment. That's his main reason.
But I agree.
What happened with Maki was instead of fighting for enjoyment, he was given another reason to fight. So what he says, he's fighting to prove a point.
Mm-hmm.
So for the first time, rather than fighting for enjoyment, he switches his reason to fighting from enjoyment to prove a point. And then since he's fighting to prove a point, he has no reason to hold back. Because what's giving him, he's not fighting for enjoyment anymore. All he's fighting for is to prove a point, so he has no reason to hold back. And that's why he instantly blitzes
I think you're half right. I think you're half right. No. I think the fact that he has something to prove makes him more excited. Because this line here, it says like Maki piqued his interest, having restriction. The narrator specifically says, the king of curses was elevated by this reality. And you can see when he's saying this is giving me something to prove, like how he's laughing, how he's smiling. He's enjoying it. He's enjoying it a lot. I think you're saying like
he's
half
enjoying.
Truth. Yeah, you're right.
I'm saying he can be enjoying, yeah, because he usually the main reason he has for fighting is I want to enjoy this, right? We pretty much.
But I think him having something to prove is making him enjoy it more. Okay,
it makes him enjoy it more, but it's a different reason. You know what I mean? So if you have to, let me give you an example. For him to prove Jujutsu is better than the physical stuff, if his main goal is to prove that, then he has no reason to hold back. Because so when he's fighting for enjoyment, he has to hold back to enjoy the fight. But if he's fighting to prove something, the fastest and most efficient way to prove something is to not hold back. He has no reason to hold back.
I think
he can be excited, but he isn't fighting for the enjoyment itself.
I think this is just to prove the point. I think this might be just a matter of perspective because we can't really prove the point.
It comes out to it definitely comes out
I agree with everything you're saying, but my conclusion is different. I feel like it's not about him holding back, but I feel like this, how do I say this? The more strength is being summoned from within him by him entering the zone, by him having something to prove, by him becoming more excited. Like I think we have the exact same points, but we just come to like different conclusions. I think, which is fine, like right, which is completely fine because all these things are a matter of interpretation and perspective. But again, I'm not saying you're wrong, but just from what I see, I think the fact that like him having something to prove, him becoming more like elevated, him getting more into this fight. I truly see it like the Kuroko no Basket example is a really good one. How like Kagame, like just like with Sukuna, he is trying his best with Yuta versus Yuji. He's going 100% all out, but he's just not getting into the zone because there's no reason for him to get into the zone. Same with Maki, he was going 100%. The fight was pretty even, but then the reason is given for him to go all like beyond all out. Like there's like something's summoning more strength from within.
I disagree.
Again, it's interpretation. Yeah. This thing, like it's fine if you think otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the way I see it is just that like him fighting for enjoyment means to maximize enjoyment, he has to hold back, or else he wouldn't be enjoying it as much. But then with Maki, he has a different source to get his enjoyment from. He doesn't get his enjoyment from the fighting itself. He gets his enjoyment from proving a point.
But doesn't that like
prove a point,
put him into the zone? Exactly. The conclusion is different. We have the same point. It doesn't put him into.
Yeah, I don't think it puts him into. I think it means him not having to fight to enjoy it. It means he doesn't need to hold back. So it means he can go all out. Since if his source of enjoyment isn't related to the fight itself and it's related to proving a point, then he no longer has a reason to hold back. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
because before he has to hold back to fully enjoy the fight. For Sukuna to fully enjoy a fight, he needs to hold back, or else it won't be as fun.
No, I think
against Maki, yeah, we kind of agree. Against Maki, against Maki, he isn't fighting to enjoy the fight anymore. He's fighting to prove a point, and to prove the point, that means if he's abandoned the reason for enjoyment, if he's abandoned the fighting aspect and the only aspect, he's enjoying proving the point. But he isn't enjoying it from the fight itself. He's enjoying proving the point.
I don't.
And since he isn't enjoying the fight itself,
I think he's enjoying the fight. Means he has no reason to seems like he's enjoying. I think Sukuna's always enjoying it. It seems like he's enjoying it more than ever.
No, yeah, he's definitely.
I think both things are
he's
true.
Enjoying the fact. But the way it seems, I agree. The way it seems
is
that
I understand.
the reason he's excited. Yeah, the reason he's excited is because he can prove the point.
No, we understand each other. I think we truly do. Yeah. It's just it really is perspective, which is fair. Which is nice. I think it's pretty nice when you can draw like different interpretations and perspectives. JJK doesn't have it that much since things have become more. With it ending soon, we've got more a lot of answers. Unlike with One Piece. One Piece is a lot of interpretation. Oh my god. Alright, fair enough. So I think we were like tangent on a tangent on a tangent on a tangent, which is fair. It was fun. It's been really fun. But you can see Sukuna's little panel.
It links back to the speed thing.
Yeah, all of it ties back to Kashimo and Yuta. Goddamn.
Yeah, I don't think they got faster. They definitely didn't.
We gotta make.
Or else like Gege would have just said it.
Wait a minute, Kashimo versus Yuta.
Yeah, because so the main thing, if you agree that they didn't get noticeably faster, which is what it seems, then so damaged Sukuna should be around as fast as Yuta. Because he's able to like no-look block Kashima's attacks from base. And then if damaged Sukuna is around, he's at the very least as fast as Kashima, if not faster.
I think they would have gone faster. I think they would have over the past month. There's no way they just kept the same speed. Because the customer.
But they weren't training speed.
Remember though, because in my own opinion, I think it's not about durability, which is reinforcement. I think, and I remember Six from Tokyo, we were talking about this. He said he also believes that maybe the speed comes from cursed energy manipulation. And that was something Gojo specifically told Yuta, you need to work on your cursed energy manipulation. And that's something that was given to all the characters through the switch training. Like Yuji got his cursed energy manipulation increased by switching Kusakabe. He's got good cursed energy manipulation. So it's like when you have a large amount of cursed energy and you can manipulate it well, and that's the reason why Kashimo is so strong, because he can manipulate his cursed energy to such a great extent, which is why he's so fast. Even though it's not like he has a great amount, he actually has quite a lot of cursed energy. Which again is just interpretation. I always believe cursed energy manipulation, not reinforcement, is what makes your speed faster, and it's just something that for some reason wasn't said. But we know for a fact, for an absolute fact, even if it was never said by Sukuna. True, Sukuna never said that the cursed energy manipulation. Actually, I don't know about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe Sukuna said that cursed energy manipulation increased. I guess it just wasn't said during the Yuta fight. I didn't see in that panel. But however, we know that the cursed energy manipulation is something that was improved with the switch training. That was said during one of the flashbacks, with Yuji getting his manipulation increased by Kusakabe, and of course that would go double for Yuta, and that's one of his flaws. It was said by Gojo very recently that he needs to get his energy manipulation back up, right? So I do believe that they've gone faster in that way, even if it wasn't said by Sukuna, because again, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
I disagree. I think like they could speed, but we also have the Meme statement about how like your body can just reach its limits. So just because they amped their manipulation doesn't mean they inherently amped their speed as well. And then yeah,
know.
especially with the fact with Gege's choice, it would be like an extremely well, we're talking about Gege and he makes a lot of like weird writing decisions. But it'd be extremely weird for Gege to have like 2 instances where he like he's listing everything they improved, and he mentions these things, and then he just leaves certain things out.
But we saw in the flashback,
it would be extremely weird.
Because Sukuna, as far as I know, okay, at least we know from the Yuta fight, he never mentions cursed energy manipulation. Yet that was something that was increased, as was said during the flashbacks. Like they did say cursed energy.
Would you not agree that reinforcement is
but
an application of cursed energy
proves
manipulation?
your point. Is at least to some extent it means Sukuna isn't all knowing, or he hasn't said everything.
No. Because cursed energy manipulation does lead to reinforcement. So reinforcement is like one of the branches of manipulation. Do you not think so?
I think so, but I think there's a difference though. I think there's a big difference.
No, there's a difference. It's cursed energy manipulation is like the tree, and then reinforcement is like the branches.
But still, like
if you manipulate your cursed energy, because all we know is that they upped their manipulation, so that can relate to like RCT, that can relate to your reinforcement as we know and stuff like that. So him saying they upped their reinforcement and the defenses,
but no,
that is manipulation.
By what you're saying though, because if manipulation is the tree that branches everything out, that would also include speed, because you become faster with cursed energy. It should be though, because cursed energy makes you faster.
So I'm saying,
unless you don't think cursed energy makes you faster. Wait.
No. So there's cursed energy manipulation, right, which is like the main term, and then under cursed energy manipulation, there's reinforcement, there's speed, there's all this stuff. Just because you amped reinforcement doesn't mean you amped everything about your manipulation.
But no.
Just because you amped your manipulation,
in the
doesn't mean you amped everything.
But I know, but no, that's wait. You just said everything. You said speed falls under cursed energy manipulation, right? So
it's a term, yeah.
Wait. So if you amp your cursed energy manipulation, shouldn't your speed increase by that logic?
No. So curse manipulate. There's things that classify under curse manipulation. If you amped your curse manipulation, all that means is that you amped something in the term of curse manipulation. It doesn't mean you amped everything.
I think they've amped the entire thing, because at least that's what it sounds like during the Switch training in the flashbacks. They said curse energy manipulation, and even Gojo in a recent chapter says Yuji, you need to
because everything,
increase.
Multiple things can apply on a curse energy manipulation.
I don't know, but now.
So let me give an example. Oh yeah, this whole thing is, I'm just talking about like Gege, what Gege's implying, and he's definitely implying they didn't amp speed.
I don't know. I disagree, man. Like seeing Yuta be this fast.
I don't think he's not that fast.
He's pretty fast, man.
Nothing he does is that impressive.
I mean, look at this.
Especially when this is like an unquantifiable Sukuna.
No, I agree, he's fast. Unquantified. No.
Bro, it's just like there's nothing to suggest they up their speed, so we can't just assume they up their speed.
I don't know. It just looks like that. Keep it up with Sukuna, man. I don't know.
But this Sukuna, like, how strong is this Sukuna? We can't measure out.
I think he's at, like, again, I don't think output has that much of. Oh, I don't want to say that. Output and speed.
It is so weird. It is the connection of it is so vague. So for me, the most like consistent way to scale it is that, like, unless it's stated what they amped, there's literally no way to prove it. So I'm not just gonna say they amped their speed because.
Oh, bro, there's so many unknowns. There's so many assumptions, interpretations. Like, why can't this guy just say it, man? Why can't Gege just say it like this?
It is. But that's what I'm saying. The fact he said they didn't, isn't that? It's like from my perspective personally, the fact that he goes out to say it.
I don't know. Again, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. He didn't say cursed energy.
Let me give you an example.
He didn't say. Let me give you an example. I don't know, man. All I'm saying is Sukuna didn't say cursed energy manipulation, and that's something they didn't prove, which we know for a fact.
Let me give you an example, right? Let's say, let's say you're a boxer, okay? And then there's 3 things you can do in boxing. There's your technique, there's your punching speed, and there's your power, right? And then over the time skip, there's a big statement. We're like, we improved our boxing. And under boxing, there'd be technique, speed, and power, okay? We improved our boxing. All we improved was punching speed. But we still improved our boxing since we improved punching speed. And then Sukuna is like, oh, you guys improved your punching speed. All these 3 statements are consistent. We improved our boxing by improving our punching speed. But just because things like punching power and technique are part of the term boxing, it doesn't mean just because we improved boxing, we also improved those 2 terms. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and just because
I don't know.
Sukuna only says you improved your punching speed, it doesn't mean he's wrong, because we improved our boxing and the only thing we improved was our speed, but us improving our speed did improve us as a whole.
No, because the more I think about it, I just can't agree with that at all. Because you see, but before like there was the nerf, Kusakabe reacted to the slashes and even activated simple domain. Whereas before, even Sukuna, bro,
that's just the curse technique. Sukuna could just make it slow.
Brother.
And we know he was holding back.
Brother.
Wait, why would he like just choose to hold back sudden?
This is before. The issue is like to every counter example I can say, you'll just say he was holding back. This is sort of the issue.
No, but we do not agree
It's
against.
There's 1,000 counter examples within the fight. Like you just say he's holding back.
But it's consistent.
I don't know. I don't think it's consistent
Wait,
though,
but
because
you think
we see later on in the
Kusakabe,
fight.
like...
Okay, wait. Look, there are so many times. For example, against Kusakabe, right? Even if he's holding back, I still think the fact that Kusakabe can keep up so well. And I was talking about the very beginning of the fight when he fires the slashes. I mean, in the beginning when he fires them at Higuruma to kill them. Because it clearly seemed like he wasn't expecting them to survive or anything like that. He's like, oh wow, they increased their defenses. But it's also the fact that Kusakabe reacted in time. This was before no output nerf Sukuna. So his output was at 100%. Kusakabe reacts to, moves in front of Higuruma, and like uses simple domain. He reacts to the slashes. This is the very beginning, I'm saying, right after Higuruma's domain.
I don't think this means anything, because Sukuna himself literally says he's interested in the sword. So he's obviously, like, his intention, I mean, sure, he like wants to damage
but the issue is like there's 1,000 examples of the characters, like for example Ino even when like against Toji or against holding back Sukuna, just like walking from miles, bro. He came in from genuinely, we see in Shibuya, like for example with Kusakabe and the other sorcerers there, so like we see Jogo activates his technique from a very far place away, there's like very miles away. Sukuna comes from miles, blitzed, perception blitzed all of them. And it doesn't even seem like he's taking it seriously. He's joking the whole time. Whereas with Kusakabe, even if you want to say he's holding back, Kusakabe is keeping up and even pushing him, like actively pushing him very, very far. I do believe, like with the reinforcement, the cursed energy manipulation, I don't know. I think they've gone faster. I think it'd be so. I think it'd be so strange, so strange, like so unbelievably. It breaks all power scaling, and it'd just be weird if the whole month happened. And Kusakabe and Ino and all these guys are still as fast as like this grade 1 sorcerers.
That makes
and now they're
sense.
keeping up with.
Like,
it is so strange, man. I don't know, like how Ino is actively keeping up with the fight. How Kusakabe is even like before he was bro. And I'm not saying in like multiple times. No, I'm not even just saying the 1v1. I'm saying in dozens and dozens of instances when it was Maki versus thing. Ino and Kusakabe were involved. When Sukuna was enraged and going all out against Yuji. Ino was like keeping up the whole time, the same speed. Like in the beginning when there was no output nerf, Ino hit the attack and reacted to a Sukuna attack. I think if this was like Ino, who like Toji dog blitz, bro, Toji like blitzed. I've never seen a blitz so bad. Unless you want to say Toji is like hundreds of times faster than Sukuna with no output nerfs or something. You know?
It's just that Sukuna's holding back.
How much is he holding back?
As much to enjoy the fight, since that's his whole character.
I don't know. I think
Urumi says it. Urumi literally says it. Like his curse energy depends on his enjoyment.
Chat is working.
And if he's fighting like,
I think we should just move on. Bro. This is just thing. Like,
yeah,
I don't know because like there's a difference between holding back and then using 1% of your power or something. I don't know.
I think Urumi says it, right?
Urumi,
like his curse energy.
Bro, again, that's more so about him not entering the zone.
I don't think so. The statement itself is just.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, like
I think we're gonna disagree on this. We're gonna go in circles. We're gonna go in circles. Oh
yeah,
my goodness! Or JJK is like about to end, and we're out here like still doing.
Still this piece. Yeah, I just think it's like, in my opinion, right? There's nothing to like.
Bro.
Suggest
it's over. It's over. Okay, we agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. I got that. Oh man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. But anyway, Gojo.
Okay, you know what we should talk about?
Yeah.
I was arguing with people on Twitter about this. Do you think do you think, I'm not gonna tell you like my take on it. I'll just ask you first. What do you think hits harder, right? If it lands, Perfect Sphere or Yuki's Black Hole?
You're dead either way. What the hell?
Oh yeah, but like hypothetically.
Oh shit. I think Perfect Sphere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, I was getting jumped for this. I was like, what the hell? Because Perfect Sphere is just like, it's infinite pressure. And then, bro, half of these people don't even know how a black hole works. Like, I'm not saying I'm some like scientist, but like the way black hole works, the only time where it becomes like you can't escape it is once you touch the actual like the surface of it, right? The like the sphere part of it. Once you get into contact with the sphere part of the black hole, you just get sucked in no matter what, and then you're gonna die. But once you come into contact with perfect sphere, you just die instantly. There's no sucking in. You just straight up die.
Yeah. No, I think perfect. It's so deadly because it genuinely is just. It's just such a monstrous technique. Honestly,
It's just infinite force. It's it's like universal. It's so insane.
All right. Well, I understand why. Like, just saying it from the sounds of it, black hole just sounds so OP. I understand why people would think that.
Yeah, then we saw it doing the damage and stuff as well.
When you actually think about it, I don't know. Perfect sphere is pretty. You can tank perfect sphere making a binding vow. I don't know. Where that's headcanon. No,
Binding vow?
I don't know what binding vow that is, but hey,
My best friend.
M3D, man, appreciate the 5. Always appreciate someone. It's been a minute since I've seen you, just generally. I hope you're doing well. Want to know what you think of the take that Shrine isn't actually a crazy technique? It's only great because Sukuna is literally a god. 50-50. I'm 50-50 on that. Like, because, and I'll let you say your piece as well, have you ever on this, but I think it's a technique that's got the potential of top 3, but then when you give it to someone who's like top 3, of course it's going to reach that level. There's a lot of techniques, no matter how strong or great someone is, it's got a cap. It's got a cap on its ceiling.
Yeah.
Shrine just genuinely seems to have like top 5 potential initially. Not to say like everyone who gets it's going to be godlike right away. It's like this in Shadows. 10 Shadows, its potential is top 5 level. But if you give it to some random sorcerer, like, bro, they'd still be grade 3. Same with Shrine. If you give it to some random sorcerer, they'd be grade 3. But in terms of potential, it's up there. Like, no matter how great Sukuna is, there's certain techniques that if you give it to him, there's just a limit to it. What do you think about that, though?
I think, okay, a lot of people are low-key underrate Shrine. They kind of make it seem how, like, Sukuna carries the technique. I don't think Sukuna carries the technique. It is like a decent technique. But, Sukuna definitely, like, maximizes it, right? It's probably the technique we've seen being, like, utilized the best. Especially because of the way Sukuna incorporates it into his domain. See, I don't think Shrine is it is, like, one of the most simple techniques, especially compared to the top tiers. Where we have, like, Gojo, who has, like, all this, like, infinity stuff. Like, Yuki, she can, like, create black holes and, like, punch with, like, all this mass. Like, Yorozu can construct things. And then Sukuna's just, like, cutting and slashing. But even though it's a simple technique, it's still, like, really strong.
So
then,
deadly.
especially the way... Exactly, with the way, Dismantle works. Because you have to consider, right? Shrine low-key looked ass against Gojo. Because it couldn't be used against Gojo. Other than domain, it got countered. But against everyone else, all those times Sukuna made contact with Gojo, like he could have like, you just used Dismantle and cleave and just cooked him. So yeah, I think on the grand scheme of things, Shrine is definitely like pretty top tier. But it's not like, I'd put it around top 5. It's not as good as Infinity with the 6 eyes. It's not as good as 10 Shadows. I don't think it's as good as Eye Transfiguration. So yeah, it's not the best, but it is up there.
Yeah, because Ideal Transfiguration is better, 6 Eyes Limitless is better. 10 Shadows and Blood Manipulation, those are debatable, I think. Nah, I think those are better.
I think 10 Shadows definitely is. Blood Manipulation,
I think Blood
is a little
Manipulation
bit
definitely.
debatable.
For me, that's definitely a lot more better. It's so versatile. Hey!
My best friend.
Drink more water. Appreciate it, 10, man. Absolute lad. Warrior, thank you.
Hurts.
That's absolutely good, man. Always appreciate support. And Drink More says, you think Nobara could hold up during the culling game against other special grade sorcerers? I think Nobara's written out right on time, since even though the technique is strong, I think if she were in the color game, she'd probably go up against like characters at her level. For example, like
Reggie and Higuruma.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you're completely right. Imagine if Yuji went in Sendai. Bro, Yuji or Megumi, either of them. In a 1v1 against like my best friend, I'm gonna tell right now as well, M3D. If either of them got into a 1v1, forget like a free fall, one against Kurushi, Jirov, Ryu, Uro, like death against any of those special grades, instantly. Kashimo, death. It seems like people got matchups with people at their level.
Naoyo.
Yeah, like bro, Reggie saw like a domain expansion, like, oh my god. He's a sorcerer at this level, no way. And he's like panicking, bro. He's getting cooked by an incomplete domain. Whereas you got like Ryu and Uro like popping domains like it's a joke, special like keeping up with Rika and Yuta, specialty level sorcerers. I think if she were in the culling game, yeah, like Naoya, you're right, exactly. Like Naoya is specialty level up against Maki. It seems like people were just up against matchups at that level. So I think if she were to go into the culling game, she'd probably go up against like these level of sorcerers, like grade 1, like high grade 1, good matchups for him. And I think she'd do pretty good. And do you have like any opinions? How do you think she would do if she was in the culling game?
Yeah, I mostly agree. I mean, she isn't like, she's not gonna be like boxing with Kashima, you know. She's gonna be like fighting the top tiers, but she is like against Reggie, against those guys, Higuruma. She'll be pretty useful. I do wish Gege did like, I don't know. I wish he made a comeback like earlier than he did, but I don't know if as early as the culling games. Like it should have been then. It should have been like around the middle maybe. But yeah, in the culling games, like she would have been pretty useful.
Don't
but
worry,
in the
man.
end, I mean,
JJK
the main cast. soon. But yeah, the main cast, they did win the culling games technically, right? I mean, they came out with no casualties, like they were fine. So like, her being there doesn't really change much, I don't think.
I think it's more so like if she was strong enough. I think nobody's pretty strong though. Like again, she's not too thingy, but she's keeping up with Tempest and Mahito. I don't know, like the death pings. You're right, she does need a lot of improvement, but maybe she could have gone stronger during the culling game because we saw like characters were getting stronger as after Shibuya, after this. So maybe Nobara probably would have gotten stronger as well if she hadn't gotten cooked. But yeah, I appreciate it. Dragon More, shout out for the 10. That's much appreciated. And then M3D, Med, also much appreciated for the support. That being said, which is better, IT or Infinity? With the 6 eyes, of course. Wait, IT is
Distribution.
Ooh, wait. Ideal Transfiguration. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 eyes with Limitless, I think is better.
I want to say, yeah, because of the 6 eyes, right? Because of the custom energy manipulation and consumption, right? Like you're just never gonna run out, so you're gonna win.
Yeah, because Ideal Transfiguration, as we saw like with Yuji, like once you're out of cursed energy, bro, you're cooked.
You're just out.
You can't transform.
Yeah, and out of curses as well, yeah.
Yeah, well, at least with 6 eyes Limitless, you've always got it. Like the only way you'll be in is if something truly bypasses like world-ending slash. Fucking hell, because if you world-ending slash if you world-ending slash Mahito, he would heal from that, wouldn't he?
He should be able to, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, would it? There's this soul, like, is it
part of the
balanced
world?
space?
Oh shit!
Because there's the whole
this...
the body and the
Oh,
soul
no.
thing. There's the whole the body and the soul thing. Wait, Woods, do you think it's weird because like it does seem like it's in the plane of it's in the same plane of existence.
Wait a fucking minute. Would the world-ending slash I think that is tough.
That is, yeah, because it's not just like a guaranteed cut. It's cutting through like the spaces, and it's like
I feel like it
there's a
wouldn't
soul.
kill him though, but it might take like half of his soul out or something if it cuts him in half. Like half
Yeah,
of his
man.
soul would be cut. Yeah. Because we saw like with
'Cause
Mekamaru.
the soul does lie within the space. Right?
Yeah, like when Mekamaru did damage to Mahito's soul and like a part of him was destroyed, he could recreate that part, but that soul wasn't recreated though. Like there was still that soul damage that was left.
It's
Mahito
like
had to heal over time.
you've seen Berserk, right? You've seen Berserk. You've heard Berserk, right?
Of course.
You know, like how the Berserker armor, it doesn't heal guts. It just kind of like puts it back in place.
Yeah.
Mahito's like soul thing is kind of like that.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting question. Yeah, but in terms of better, I think Ideal Transfiguration is one I'd prefer to have in real life. And that's what I think is way more like it's just better. It's way more uses, but
Yeah.
in terms of combat, Limitless and
Well,
6 eyes.
to be fair though, I think actually like bro, the amount of like, because you could keep amping yourself by like doing just soul stuff, because you can like, what did Kashima do? Oh, it was a Binding Vow though, not Kashima, because Mahito did a Binding Vow at the end of Shibuya, right? Do you think Mahito could get to the point where he has like Sukuna's body, where he has like multiple hands?
I think
Stuff like that?
we've seen him do like 6-7 hands. I think the guy is just stupid.
Yeah, exactly. He should, because like if he does that, he should be able to like, even if it's the curse technique itself isn't as strong as Limitless and 6 eyes and stuff, he might be able to like make his physical body strong enough to where in a fight he like be able to win. I don't know.
He could have just had like he could have created fucking not just 2 extra hands. He could have created 4 extra hands. Just always had them up, always having hand signs, just making
Exactly,
his
yeah.
technique stronger.
Exactly.
itself.
Yeah. So the technique itself, I think Limitless is better, but because of like just the potential and stuff, I think Outer Transfiguration, it should have a higher ceiling. I think it should have a higher ceiling.
That's tough. Yeah, I think Limitless wins in a fight because you could just never touch the person, right? Yeah, because how would I like the only way to bypass is to create
Whoa! If it's saying it like that, then how would they be able to damage? Like they take a long time to damage Mahito. And also the thing is, if Mahito has like so many extra hands, he might just win the domain.
I think Hollow Purple just kills Mahito.
I don't think Hollow. Wait, do we think Hollow Purple is existence ratio?
I mean, the people can say in the chat. I think it just deletes him. Like, if Mahito gets hit straight up by Hollow Purple.
We're saying two people. No. We're saying people of like the similar level, right?
Yeah, I think even if it's someone let's say Mahito's on Gojo's level, I think if he takes it straight up
he knows domain amplification, like he just tanks it. Because
okay,
Hollow Purple
that's
isn't
different.
As impressive as you thought.
That's different to.
No, but I'm saying if we make Mahito a similar
Hollow
skill level to Gojo.
Not, sorry, could you say that again? Wait, repeat.
It's not as strong as we thought it was. Right? Because we used to, people used to think Hollow Purple would like delete like Goku and stuff. People used to think it was literally like erasing his existence itself.
But in all fairness, it could be that powerful. It's more so the fact that when Sukuna uses domain amplification, he's actively sucking in the technique negating the technique with domain amplification.
It's weird because if it was
it's not about like the strength of the technique. He's actively negating the technique itself, like the very concept.
I know, but it's like, yeah, but he can't half the concept, if that makes sense. If it's true like existence ratio, either it exists erasure or it just doesn't do damage. I don't think there's like an in between.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe it's not as strong as we. Yeah, I guess that's fair to be honest. Like, it's not as strong as it's still really powerful. Like I don't need to downplay. It's
extremely strong. It just isn't like existence erasure.
I think he would delete Mahito. I think it would just kill him if he just take it straight up.
I think if we put two people at the same level, he'd be able to react and like they'd be strong enough to like kind of have like countermeasures for it. Because every semi top tier. Or every top tier that needs domain amplification for something, they seem to be able to have it from just skill. So maybe Mahito would have it if it wasn't in like Gojo's level.
But remember, domain amplification turns your technique off as well. That's another thing. So even if, like, in what scenario would Mahito be able to touch Gojo, besides like winning a domain clash? Because when he uses domain amplification to bypass Limitless, now he can't use Ideal Transfiguration. And it would also leave him vulnerable.
I think Mahito would just be... I think if we put two people of the same skill level, since Mahito has extra limbs, he'd be able to like just win the domain clash.
But the thing is, that's fair. The domain clash is a fair argument. I'll definitely give you that. It would help him in the domain.
And it's because of the body stuff, right? How you can just like create so many. Because we kind of remember that video we did on Gojo against Sukuna, and we theorized how like holding up your domain.
I agree with you. That's why I agree with you. Like it would help in the domain.
That was Loki. That was Loki confirmed. That was confirmed with the Hollow basket stuff. Because how like Sukuna holding the Hollow basket amps the output.
But then Kyle, what if Rika's protecting Yuta's body? I mean, that's fair. I don't know why I told Yuta. Oh, you're talking about like the page on the hair. Sorry, I was reading a different topic.
You have to fight like a raid boss, like Rika beforehand.
I mean, at least with and this, by the way, this should be the last topic as well. It's been an hour and a half, but and I gotta go to Iceland as well, just to do a bit of shopping before it closes. But right, as for Ideal Transfiguration. The issue would come like in base to base, like domain. You make a great point. I think you're actually right in that. It's definitely very helpful in the domain clash. It give you a boost. If you use domain okay, let's say let's say someone just with the technique of Ideal Transfiguration use the technique against Gojo, like domain amplification, and they have like 5-6 arms, transform body. If they use domain amplification, in theory, wouldn't that turn the transfiguration off? Like, wouldn't they lose all the limbs?
While using domain amplification. It depends because
I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm just asking.
Because if they alter their soul, because so the way Outer Transfiguration works, if Mahito just alters his soul, even when he's not using it, his soul will still be altered. I mean, if that makes sense. I'll give you an example. So if Mahito like either transfigures someone, and then that person like they don't have cursed energy anymore, it doesn't really change anything. It's not about cursed energy and like cursed techniques and all that stuff. It's more about his soul was just shifted. You know what I mean? If your soul has like literally been like changed, it's not really about
it wouldn't be able to change back. You're right.
All he does with this curse technique is he just changes the soul, but him not using his curse technique isn't gonna make his soul mold back into place. It's just gonna stay as it is.
Because it's not like Junpei or anyone else could like change back, right?
Yeah.
No, that's actually a great point. Yeah. So I guess if you make the 6 hands or something. And you start using domain. I guess you would keep though, because your soul has changed shape.
You just wouldn't be. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to like.
Wait, that's
change
pretty
it
OP.
again
Imagine
during that
making
time.
like 100 hands domain application. Okay, hell. That was interesting. Thank you for the donut M3. That was very interesting. An interesting topic with you mean Have You Ever? And of course, shout out to Have You Ever for coming by as well. It was a lot of fun.
God,
Appreciate you coming by. It's been a long time, brother.
I'm gonna stream soon on my channel, so I'm gonna stream on my channel as well.
Of course, man. Again, I hope it goes I hope it goes well. And of course, you know, if you ever want me down, just ask me. I'll come by.
Of course, yeah. I'll get you on.
Yeah, no, that was fun. It was fun though, and especially it's been ages since I've had debates like that. It feels like classic Jujutsu Kaisen. I liked it so much. That was fun. Yeah. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream. And if there's anyone who hasn't checked out Have You Ever, you care. Very knowledgeable, you know, great personality. Check out his videos, man. He's got a lot of great JJK videos and One Piece videos as well. So if you love either of those, just check him out. Just click his name in the title, link in the description. But again, thank you everyone for coming by. It was a lot of fun. Can't touch Sukuna. It's more so saying like if Sukuna had it, something like that, right? But yeah, no. Again, it was a lot of fun doing the stream. Thank you so much for everyone who you know, donated, who chatted, who just watched, like anything. Truly, you know, we appreciate it very much. And again, shout out whoever as well for coming by. But that's it for the stream. Yeah, take care, guys. Have a wonderful day, and hope everything goes well for you. Paka. Bye bye.